Now MP Dzerowicz, please, for 5 minutes.
Thanks so much, Mr. Chair. And I want to say thank you to you, Minister Fraser, and to the housing officials for being here today. Housing affordability, affordable housing, co-op housing, deeply affordable housing, rental housing. These are all top of mind for my residents, for the residents of my riding of Davenport. Last Friday, I was actually with Deputy Prime Minister Freeland as well as the Mayor of Toronto, and they were making a huge announcement around asylum seekers. And the Deputy Prime Minister, she mentioned that since 2015, the federal government provided a historic amount of funding for the City of Toronto, $5.79 billion, she mentioned. She also indicated that we have, at the federal level, committed $6 billion for housing to support the people of Toronto. And I was really pleased that the mayor agreed by saying that the federal government had delivered for the City of Toronto. So my question to you, Minister Fraser, is can you talk in a little bit more detail about what funding we've actually provided to the City of Toronto around housing, because I know Davenport residents want to know.
Certainly, and I don't have an exhaustive summary in front of me today, but perhaps offline we can share some of the details. But just to draw into focus the scale of what we're doing in Toronto, keep in mind, in addition to housing, there's enormous infrastructure investments that have been made to support the water and wastewater capacity that allows us to build more homes, the transit systems that are actually going to allow people to access the opportunities that exist within the city, in addition to the direct support for housing. So the marquee fact that I would point you to with respect to the investments we're making in Toronto is the investment through the Housing Accelerator Fund, which is going to result in the acquisition of nonprofit homes, which is going to result in a fundamental change in the zoning practices with a huge focus on transit-oriented development, which is going to focus on digitizing and speeding up the permitting process to get more homes built. This single investment is worth over $470 million just in the City of Toronto. Within the GTA, of course, there are significant other communities who benefit. I think about just across Southern Ontario, Kitchener, Guelph, Waterloo, Richmond Hill. There's a number of other communities who've benefited. But in addition to the Housing Accelerator Fund, which is permanently changing the way Toronto will have homes built, we've had a series of direct investments in affordable housing projects through the Affordable Housing Fund. We've had an extraordinary number of investments made for purpose-built rentals through the Apartment Construction Loan Program, which provides low-cost financing. So depending on how you count the dollars and whether you ascribe financing the same way as you do grant contributions, we're in the many hundreds of millions or billions of dollars, and certainly billions if you include the housing enabling infrastructure.
I know Davenport residents will be very happy to hear that. The second